Hello everyone, this is Sharon with Learning the Lyre Harp. Today I have a very quick video for you to show you a little bit of how to map the notes on a staff. This is something that I created for my Patreon group, and I'm going to be sharing it with everyone because I think everybody really needs this basic information. So let me just share my screen and we'll get right to it. What I'm showing you is a shortcut that I learned quite a few years ago, and it has really helped me a lot. So when I was going through note reading for the Patreon site tutorial, this was something that came back to me, and I thought, oh, hey, why not share this with everyone, because it helped me a lot and I'm sure that it will help many others as well. So as we've gone over before in previous tutorials, this is the grand staff, this is your G clef and your bass clef, and I'm just going to quickly go over it because it is something that is very foundational. And again, the 7 notes of the alphabet: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and of course we walked over the landmark, which is the C, the G on the G clef because that's why it's called the G clef, and the F because it's, you know, that's why it's also called the F clef. Those are our landmarks, and that's where they are on both staff. And I'm just gonna go down here. So as you know, the letters of the alphabet is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and sometimes, you know, it's very easy to memorize it, but it doesn't really go on this order pretty much, because really when we think about musical things, we always kind of hone in on the middle C right here. That's the basis of our landmark, and for me, my brain kind of starts the alphabet, the musical alphabet there, and build up or build down from it. So what I want you to think about as we go through this is the alphabet and changing it to GBD-FACE. Now, what is GBD-FACE? It doesn't really mean anything. You can kind of make it fun and, you know, make a picture of yourself of what a GBD-FACE is. Maybe it's an angry face, or maybe it's a funny face, or whatever you could think of that will make this stick in your mind. The reason why I'm asking you to do this, because GBD-FACE is kind of like is a sequence that repeats over and over again on the staff. Now, what do I mean by that? So let's start with the G clef here, the bass clef here. You see here G, B, D, face right there. And what happens is there should be a line over there. Anytime you could find the G on a line or a space, the GBD-FACE sequence will follow. So in here, G, B, D, F, A, C, E, you see it's all on a line. Again, it works on spaces as well. So that's the G on a line starting on the bass clef. This is the G starting on a space in the bass clef. So it goes G, B, D, face. Now, does it work for the G clef as well? Let's have a look. So here it is. Our first G on the G clef is on a line. So you can see GBD face. Let's see if it works again on the spaces. There's a G starting on the face on the top, GBD face. As you can see, it's a really easy way to remember a sequence of notes, and this has helped me tremendously, because for me, knowing where the landmark is helps me quite a bit to sight read, because all I need to know is where one note is and the intervals, which means the spaces of where the other notes starts, and I could either remember it from a shape point of view or from the note sequence point of view. So whichever way works for you, but knowing where the notes are on the lines or the space, 1 or 2 notes at a time, helps open up a whole word. So it's like when you're learning how to read the alphabet, when you're learning how to read, you start first with knowing your letters, knowing how to sound them, and knowing how to read them. When you're reading books, you're now reading words. So that's kind of where the sequence and the intervals come into place when you are sight reading. Sight reading is not something that you do right away. Sight reading is what you do after you've learned where the notes are located on the staff. So I hope this has been helpful to you. And as always, happy playing.